How do we determine if a property is a great investment property? My name's John Asher. I'm president of Konfidis, and I'm going to show you how we analyze properties to see if they can become great investments.
Let's take a look at this property, for example. It's in the great city that we want. It's in the right neighborhood that we want. We know that the future economic prospects look great. So what do we need? We need to know comparable sold information. We need comparable rental listing information. And that can build the foundation for our financial analysis. Let's begin. We're going to start with our uses of funds. What is the purchase price of the property? What are our closing costs, land transfer tax and legal? Perhaps there's some immediate repairs that need to be done. Let's make that calculation. It gives us what we call total uses of funds. Secondly, what are the sources of funds? Where does the money come from to make this investment? What is our equity contribution? What is our debt contribution? Do we have multiple mortgages? We calculate everything to have a complete total sources of funds. Total sources of funds have to equal our total uses of funds. Once we have that established, let's understand what we can rent this property for. Let's build a rental income statement. Let's pick out market rents for our individual units, surveying using market data. That provides the basis for our rents. We're going to pick a vacancy or bad debt allowance. That brings us to our total rental income. Let's calculate what all our operating expenses are going to be. Maybe we're going to have the property managed. Maybe we're not. Are the tenant going to pay for properties and utilities, or the landlord? We select each of those, and we build our net income statement. Once we have that, let's do some analysis. Let's take a look at our income yield summary. Let's calculate what our cap rate's going to be. Let's make sure that it's the returns that we're looking for. And let's make sure that our total annualized returns, again, are at the levels that we want to anticipate. Let's go a little bit further. When we're in the property, let's make sure we've got a good and complete list of everything that's great with the property and identify where there are issues with the property. Let's have that checklist. Let's make sure that we're complete. All of our data to back up and support every single one of our assumptions, including house price index. Let's understand what's going on in the neighborhood and how properties are appreciating for a total return calculation. Making sure that we've collected all of our photos. It's always a great idea to know which schools are in the neighborhood. Let's pick neighborhoods that have great schools. And if you need help, we're always available to give you a hand at Konfidis.com.